deserving. This topic is very much motivational for all of us. And there's a logical connectivity between what one desires and what one deserves. It contains the material aspects, it contains the spiritual aspects that we are living now. And today the speaker is our admin and the main architect of philosophy family, Professor P.K. Das, Professor Pramod Kuma Das. I welcome Professor Pramod Kuma Das, and Professor Pramod Kuma Das does not need any introduction because he has he has a teaching experience of more than 30 years in different government aided colleges of Odisha. He has already contributed more than 400 seminars and discussions in our country and outside. And his contribution to the world of philosophy is very known to everybody, those are connected in philosophy family. And he has been invited to different parts of the country in order to share his wisdom on different fundamental aspects of philosophy, religion, and other aspects. I don't want to extend my words while I am introducing Professor Das, and the philosophical reflection of Professor Pramod Kuma Das is very known to all of us. So, in this beautiful Sunday evening, I welcome Professor Das for his beautiful topic on desiring and deserving. Today, this program will be moderated by Professor Dr. K. Umnaran Rao, the senior academicians of our country, of our state, who has contributed a lot of books for the students of philosophy, and he's also the editor of so many philosophical books, philosophical journals. I welcome Professor Omnaran Rao, and with this, I also welcome the VOs and senior professors like Sobha ma'am, Jyotirmay Siba Savani, Indra ma'am, and all others, those have been connected in this Sunday webinar. With the, I also welcome Professor Srinivasan Krishnamurthy because he is the well wisher of philosophy family, and he has connected so many senior professors and academicians with philosophy family. I convey my regards to Srinivasan sir for his benign presence. So with this, once again, I extend my welcome to all of you and request Professor Pramod Kuma Das to commence his talk on desiring and deserving. Thank you so much. Now I would like to request Professor Das.
Thank you, Dr. Maharana. Namaskar to all of you present here in this webinar. Dr. Rao, Dr. Srinivasanji, and others. Am I clearly audible?
Yes, yes, very clearly audible.
Desiring is a psychological phenomenon. We have to understand this. When we desire, it is psychological. Psychologically, we desire something. But deserving is not psychological. This is the basic difference. I deserve something, it is not my psychology. But I desire something, this is my mindset. This is psychological. This is mental. This is psychic attitude, psychic reaction. Something made me desire something. And many times I reject some desires. So rejection of desires, acceptance of desires, having new desires, desiring again and again, these are all psychological. And our existence is more psychic than physical. Though it appears that we live physically, but actually we live in an imaginary world. We live in a psychic world where there are psychic responses. So all the time our mind is engaged in a vastu presently, and if the vastu is absent, if the object is absent, then also mind is engaged in its Visaya. Visaya means the concept, the idea of that vastu. Suppose uh, I have a desire for a beautiful house. I have desire for more money. But if I am obsessed with that, if I am hungry, if I am running after that, if I am overthinking about that, then that becomes our desire. What is the agenda of mind? The agenda of mind is my building, my family, my name and fame. These are all desires, subjects of mind. The object becomes subject. The vastu becomes desire. And that is more problematic. Vastu is manageable. Suppose we are going on a picnic. The scenery is the vastu. Trees are there, mountains are there. These are all vastu. And we know in the evening we have to return from that spot. After returning, if we are still engaged in the scene scenery and other aspects of our picnic party, that means our mind is engaged in the Visaya or the concept or the ideas of that Vastu. Even the relation is also Vastu. The relation of X with Y, husband, wife, father, son, brother, sister, any relation. Any relation is also a Vastu. We are excited, we are happy having relation, but we should not run after that. If we are running after that, if we are overthinking about that relation is not a strong relation. That is not a healthy relation. Therefore, we should give space to every relation. Everything should remain distant. There should be distance. If there is no distance, that means we, there is no relation. Relation is healthy. Relation is acceptable. Relation is beautiful if there is a space, there is privacy, there is there is freedom. If there is no space, all the time you are engaged with a particular relation, that is called indulgence. That is indulgence. That's called attachment. Over attachment. If desire leads to this situation, if desire makes our mind captive, then that is not desire. That desire is not um, conducible. That desire is not acceptable. That desire cannot make our personality better, perfect. We cannot transform ourselves having entertaining such desires. So desires have double standard. One standard is that desire is a must. Without a desire, without kamana, we cannot do anything. For doing anything you do, you must have a desire for it. So desire is the root of all creation. So therefore, it is purusartha, dharma, artha, kama, mukhya. Here, kama, that is kamana, that is desire. That desire is purusartha, that is the value of life. So desire is valuable. Desire is required. Desire is a value of our existence. We don't deny that. This is admissible. This is accepted. But the double standard is, the second standard is, desire binds us. Desire puts us in bondage. If it is not regulated by dharma. So desire is a value. But this value will remain as a value if it is supplemented by another value, that is dharma. That means values are also related. You cannot take one value separately, isolatedly. You can take one value. If you are taking desire as a value, then there must be another value which will make this value as valuable. Otherwise, it is not a value. Otherwise, it is a misconception, it is a misunderstanding. It will mislead, it will misguide. The desire is a value. So I shall run after desires. Without desire, nothing will take place. This way, we should not interpret. This is not the way of interpretation. Desire is a value, but this value should be supplemented by, should be guided by another value, that is dharma. That is the principle of righteousness. The second standard, that kamana is the cause of suffering. Kamana is the cause of suffering. Kamana is the root cause of suffering, Buddha said. So there, which kamana? The kamana that is not guided by dharma. So we can't say that all desires or all types of kamanas are the causes of suffering. We can't say like that. Similarly, we can't say that desire is always a value. We can't say. So there is a distinction. Which type of desire can be called a value and can be a purusartha, can lead us towards moksha, and which type of desire is the root cause of bondage. The mediator is dharma. Desire plus dharma leads to perfection. Desire minus dharma binds us. That leads to bondage. So two possibilities are there. Either you are in bondage or you are free. But the guiding principle is dharma. And the base is desire. Because desire is the root. When we are talking about mind, mind is engaged. The engagement of mind It's only because of a desire. If you don't have a desire, your mind will never be engaged in either vastu or visaya. That is a desire. That desire is a desire for a vastu. Then there is a promotion. The vastu became your visaya, and your mind is engaged in a visaya of a vastu without the existence of a, without the presence of a vastu. That means in the absence of a vastu, mind is engaged with the vastu having its visaya. And all types of indulgence of mind that is rooted in desire, because we have a desire. So desire is not bad, desire is a must, but we should know as a human being, as we claim that we are rational being, we are conscious being, we have buddhi. Buddhi means the discriminative knowledge. We can discriminate what is good and what is bad. So we should apply that discriminative cognition to choose the right desire which leads us towards perfection. And we should reject the bad desire which is the root cause of suffering. This is a very simple thing. Desire must be there, and we should have a good desires, good sankalpa in our mind, so that our mind will become positive. So what happens? Generally, we do not understand this distinction of desires. We simply take desire as a desire. I desire something, I must get it. If I desire something and I must get it at any cost, then I am a materialist. If I desire something, whatever may be the cause, for example, what can be the possible causes? Because he explained me, he provoked me, he inspired me. If I am generating a desire, being prompted by anybody's inspiration, anybody's suggestion, anybody's persuasion, then I don't have control over my desire. I desire because of him. That means I don't have a free access to my desires. Then we can't have desire management. We can't manage our desire. Desires will come from different sources. Desire will come because we have five sense organs. Five sense organs are coming in contact with different types of objects. So there is an attraction. So naturally, we have a desire. And mind is another agent which is also cause of having desire. But we have to manage. We should be a good manager to manage the manage our desires. Which desire is good for me? Which desire will transform me? Which desire will make my mind sthir, positive, good? Being a human being, we should be conscious of this. Then what happens? If our desire is regulated by dharma or principle of righteousness, and out of that, the action the action which will be done by this type of desire. Which type of desire? Desire plus dharma is equal to a sort of action, and that action is a different type of action. Try to understand. I have a desire, and that desire is a qualified desire. It is a qualified desire because it is sanctioned by, it is approved by the principle of righteousness, dharma, added value. We have a value added courses. So desire is a value, and there is an additional value, that is dharma. My desire is dharma oriented, and out of that desire, a particular type of action will be done. And if we shall have that habit of having desires and doing action, then then we should have a different type of a personality. This is an attitude, and this is a possibility. What is the attitude? That you entertain your desire with another value, that is dharma. This is your attitude. And what is the result? The result is that you deserve something. Then you deserve something. Then you deserve the result. So what you deserve, that is not because of your desire, that is because of your exercise of desire. How you exercise your desire, according to dharma or according to adharma. Suppose you did not follow the principle of righteousness. You simply desired something and exercised it in the sense of adharma. Then also you deserve the consequence. The consequence is not an abstract consequence. The consequence that you deserve. You deserve the karma phala. You deserve the consequence. If you are doing a good karma, you deserve the good result. If you do a bad karma, you deserve the bad result. Definitely, this is law of karma. So what you deserve, that explains the law of karma. That is not psychological, but that law of karma is rooted in a psychological phenomena, that is desire. So there is a beautiful saying that what you desire, you may not get. What you desire, you may not get, but what you get, you must deserve it. You deserve it. For example, many times we feel upset. Many times we judge ourselves that we are failures in life. I did not get this opportunity in the right time. Others became successful. I became a failure personality. All these things we judge ourselves because we do not know, or we do not have a positive observation about the flow of our karma. We don't have that. Simply we overlook many things, and we look at the present situation. This much I did not get the appropriate result, therefore I am a failure. But there is a connection of the past and the future also. Basically, past. Past determines the future. So our karma is not a karma of the present moment. Our karma is connected with the past series of karma. Why did you do in such a way? Because you deserve it. Because you deserve it. That is your swabhava. You can't do otherwise. Because this has become your character. This has become your habit. You are habituated of doing this. You are cultured with this. Therefore, you behave according to your swabhava. And that leads to sadharma. That leads to sadharma. As your swabhava, you should behave according to it. If you follow the other dharma, any other dharma, then that is not good, because you cannot do that in a long term. You cannot do that. You can do that much which is prompted by your own swabhava, your own, by that which you deserve. So I deserve goodness, I deserve a good result, but I should not be disturbed if I do not get it. For many reasons, I may not get the good result, because wrongly we think the present causal phenomena, this action should be resulted in this way, should be resulted in this way. This is not the mathematical calculation. It has a long history, the long series of a karmic flow. So a particular result that I am getting today, it is the karma phala of long series of my past karma. Many times Dr. Rao says that if one man gets perfection in life, this is not done overnight. This is the this is the um, this is the effort of the past moments, past days, even maybe some many lives together. So that is the point. What I am today, that I deserve. What you are today, you deserve. You deserve. It is not an accident. It explains the law of karma. It explains the law of karma. That as you do, so you get the consequence. So suppose I got something according to my desire, but I don't deserve it. By hook or crook, by reservation system, or by a gift, or by any policy, or by forcefully, I achieved something, I got something out of my desire. But if I don't deserve it, I cannot live with that. That cannot make me happy, because it becomes the paradharma. If I do not deserve, but I got something, I am just following the paradharma. I deserve something. I deserve something means this is my dharma. I have a desire, and this desire is guided by dharma, and I have done it since long. My past life, or the past days of my present life, are groomed with such culture. Therefore, what I am today, I can say that I deserve it. Material achievements are immaterial. Material achievements are immaterial. How many buildings you need to stay? How many space you need to stand? How much food you need to satiate your appetite? Very few. But out of your greediness, out of your greed, you need more. So your need is unnatural, because that is a psychological crisis, and it is rooted in your desire. So we should focus on our destiny, which we really deserve, and we are the best judge. I know really what I deserve. Suppose, and that is the nature of Yudhishthira, who is an honest man, who is a gentleman, who can be trusted in the darkness. That means that means your achievement is immaterial, your success is immaterial. You just focus on your karma, that whether it is it has been originated from a right desire with the principle of righteousness or not. This is the question. What will be the result? This is immaterial. Nobody should be concerned about it, because if you have done something, then the result must follow. But you should have that what you deserve. That means you can say that I deserve. You can claim that I deserve this. That means you had a desire, and you have exercised that desire with the principle of righteousness. Otherwise, we can't say that you deserve it. Second point, if you deserve something, it does not matter whether you get it or not. If you are disturbed by the fact that you did not get something or you lost something, that means you don't have faith in what you deserve. Mind is so funny. We live with our mind only. If we understand that at least I deserve this, it does not matter whether I got it or not. This is the nature of a bhakta before the Lord. The Lord observes that whether this bhakta, this devotee, really deserves my grace or not. This much. Therefore, those who are debarred from the entry of the temple, those who are not allowed to the temple, they are also graced by the Lord. Because the Lord who is in the temple, he observes or he perceives the real bhakta, or the reality of the bhakta, the real attitude of a devotion. Who is he and where is he? Now, he is outside the temple. So the man who is outside the temple, who is giving coconut, who is giving something with love and affection, the Lord can understand this. The Lord can realize that that man who is in the crowd, the poor man, the layman, really deserves my attention. He really deserves my grace. So krupa for the Lord comes to the person who really deserves it. So devotion is a matter of deserving. If you don't deserve devotion, you will lead to passion. So passion, whether you deserve passion or you deserve devotion, that is your culture. Yes, I deserve devotion. So I should not be feel unhappy if I am not allowed to the temple, if I cannot go to the temple, because Isavasyam idam sarvam. God is everywhere. God is present everywhere. Everything belongs to God. So if the space is connected. So the outside temple and inside temple, there is no division at all. If time is connected, this time and that time, there is no division at all. So there is no division in true love also. So how can I say that I don't deserve the affection or the grace or the love of the Lord? That means what I mean to say, what is your intention? Intention matters, not the action. If we discuss action and intention, what you intend to do, that you deserve. What you intend to do, that may be unseen, nobody can observe it, nobody can know it, but you know your intention. If your intention is according to your intention, you are punished even the law of court. In the law of court, when there is a trial, suppose in the murder case, they also think about the intention of the criminal. What was his intention? If his intention was to murder the person, then the punishment is different. If the intention was not to murder, then the punishment is different. So, what is your intention? And that intention is very much personal and that is psychological. So, from that base, we deserve our destiny. Every day we intend to do something. Every day we play with our intention, and every day we we decide what we deserve in future. So we deserve the destiny. We are the maker of our destiny. This is not psychological. This is the real. This is existential. This is the reality. This is what we make ourselves. So the ethics of this topic is that very small. I shall not speak more. Dr. Rao will explain what I am saying in the better way because I am just speaking extempore. My point, this thing came to my mind yesterday that many times we suffer, we become unhappy if our desires are not fulfilled. If our desires are not fulfilled, who was saying you to desire? We should ask ourselves. I desire something, that desire was not fulfilled. I became unhappy. Now the question I shall ask to myself, who had asked you to have a desire? You desire by yourself. That desire may be fulfilled or may not be fulfilled. You should be prepared for that. If it is fulfilled, you are becoming happy. That is also a problem. If it is not fulfilled, you are feeling sorry. That is another problem. So both the feelings, mind should be neutral. Mind should not run after happiness and suffering. If you are happy means there will be an occasion that you will be unhappy. If you are unhappy means there will be an occasion that you will be happy. So there is a play of happy and unhappy. We are becoming happy and we are becoming unhappy in uh, every day of our life. That means the question is who allowed you to have a desire? Why did you entertain that desire? So there we should learn the spiritual practice of a pratyahara. That no, not this, not this. So no, not this desire, not this desire, not this desire, not this. This shouldn't be my desire. I am not this. I don't deserve to have this desire. I don't deserve. If I deserve to have this desire, then I must deserve its consequence naturally. If I deserve this karma, I must deserve the consequence. No, I don't deserve this desire or that desire. If I deserve this, then I must deserve its consequence. So desiring is not deserving because desiring is psychological, it is personal, it is emotional. Hmm? It should be rational. It should be regulated by the principle of righteousness. The third point is if 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 your desire is regulated by the principle of righteousness, it is not a desire at all. It will become desirelessness. Desirelessness is a state which is easily attained. It is not a very big thing. Easily attained. You just have a practice in your daily life. Simply ask a question that I have a desire. At least you know that I have a desire. This is a great thing that you are sakhi. You become a sakhi. You become the witness of your desire. You understand the origin of your desire, where that desire originated. After traveling a long way, after traveling a long way, we came to understand, oh, I had that desire, therefore I am suffering since long. No. The intelligent person, the Sthita Prajna, the wise person understands the very starting point of the desire. Oh, now the desire comes to my mind. No, stop it, stop it. This is not a good desire. You have to stop that desire. Because if you entertain that desire, if you allow that desire to come into your mind, then you have to allow a series of actions and reactions from a small desire. That desire will be multiplied, 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 and you will be troubled in the karmic nexus, karmic chain, karmic bondage. So desire is not a small thing, it's just like atom bomb. It is atomic. It is atomic, but it will behave like cosmic. It will behave like like it will spoil your entire life. Small desire. So we should be very much careful whether my mind accepts any desire or not. Mind will desire. It is good. So the point is, when your desire is really guided by the principle of dharma, it becomes your duty. So when action becomes your duty, it becomes yajna. It is called yajna. And a yajna-like activity, the yajna-like activity leads to liberation. In a simple way, if a desire is duty oriented, if a desire is guided by dharma, it is not a desire at all. This desire will not be multiplied in the wrong way. It will not mislead you. So you will live a life of desirelessness. In Buddhist philosophy, it is called nirvana. This is called nirvana. Bana means agni. Bana means agni. Nirvana means that there is no agni. There is no agni. There is no fire. Fire of what? The fire of desire. And the fire of desire is extinguished. There is no desire at all. No spark of desire at all. Because if there will be a spark of desire, then it will become a mountain of action reaction process. It will become a mountain of karmic nexus. So that spark of desire should be eliminated. That is nirvana. Similarly, we in Bhagavad Gita we call it the naiskarmya. Naiskarmya. That means no kamana at all. No kamana at all. So we have a kamana. That kamana can become naiskarmya, desirelessness. Desire will become desirelessness by the interference of dharma. Very simple. Desire will become the state of desire, the state of desiring will become the state of desirelessness if that desire is guided by dharma leading to the action such as yajna, paraloka sangraha, then there is no desire at all. You did and you forgot. Remember very simple thing. If really you have done a duty for the society, then you will never remember it. You will forget it. Why? Because you are habituated of doing that social work. You don't have time to remember it, to remind it again and again. Remembering something is also a desire. Consciously you remember something, remind something to get ananda. Get ananda means get pleasure. After ananda, pleasure that makes you happy for some time. So that desire is also not there. The desire for remembering my own deeds. That means you don't forget it. You did something, then you forgot it. When it is possible? When Your desire, your desire is guided by the principle of dharma, and your desire is meant for jagya, meant for jagya. This is niskam. This is the law of karma. Yoga karmesu kausalam. This is the kausala. This is the technique. This is the art of doing action. So we have to learn the desire management. So many desires will come, but we have to learn how to manage our desire. So the last point is, don't feel unhappy, be satisfied, be contented. What you have, your life is the best life. Nobody is your comparison. You should not compare yourself with anybody else. The world is very beautiful. Your thought is beautiful. Your emotion is beautiful. Your family is beautiful. Your mind, you have a very sound mind. You are alive. That is a great gift of yourself. At least you see this morning, this night, this evening. Okay. So don't compare yourself with anybody else. Your life is the best model, best design, grand design of the divinity. Wow. When this thought will come to our mind, then when this thought will come to our mind, when we know what should we desire and what should not we desire. That's not very simple thing. So we should be satisfied with what we have. Contentment. Santosam paramasukham. Santosam paramasukham. Who is a rich man? The contented man is a rich man, not a Ambani, not anybody else. The contented man, the man who is satisfied, is a richest person, the happiest person. If you are satisfied, why you should be happy with what you have? Because you deserve your present life. You deserve your parents. You deserve a particular place where you have taken birth. You deserve your lifespan. You deserve your destiny. You deserve your future. This is not accident. This is that you deserve. And your future will be that what you deserve now. What you desire now. How you desire now. And how you regulate your desire now. That way you will deserve your future. So what I am today, it is only the result of my past desires, nothing else. So as my desire, so I desire. As my desire, so I desire. So being rational, being a human being, because only human beings discuss about desire. Only human beings have excess desire, because animals are satisfied with their food, sex, and of the necessity of life. They are satisfied. If food is available to a hungry dog, the dog thinks that that he's the richest animal. He's satisfied with the food only. But we human beings have excess desires. That means we live in an imaginary world, not in the real world. Our desires are so much, our desires are so extensive. Naturally, we live here in an imaginary world. Many times I have experienced, and I also, because whatever I am speaking from my experience only. I have experienced that I have lost everything, having everything. I have lost everything, having everything, only because of the imbalanced mind. Mind will become imbalanced when If you desire something but you did not get it, mind will become imbalanced. So you have everything, but you are not happy only because you do not know what you have deserved, you have got it. If this much we understand, we shall have two benefits, that we should have quality desire, we should entertain quality desire, then we should be very hopeful that my future will be good. Because because what I am today, if I had deserved it in past, then what my future will be that what I deserve. This way I am thinking, and this is open to all of you. We shall discuss. Okay, Dr. Rao, over to Dr. Rao. Dr. Rao, are you here? Dr. Rao. Okay, now it is open for discussion. We have with us Roma Madam. Roma Madam, please have your observation. Dr.
Namaskar.
Rao will. Yes.
Namaskar, Dr. Saab, as usual. Good evening to everybody, and always a blessing to be together. Yes, when we say that our deserving is based on our many desires, and that comes life to life. If we believe in that, then of course we get a lot of patience to accept and tolerate whatever happens in our existence. And if we actually have faith and believe in this philosophy, then one other good thing also comes up, which is if today I'm getting what I've deserved because of my past desires, then today let me desire what is pure, what is good, what is approved by the Almighty, so that if I have not had control on my previous desires leading to today's deserving results, at least if I desire well today, then in the future I will also harvest a good deserving. That's one part of it. Very beautifully explained, Dr. Saab. But also the other part, that without desire, we will not be motivated to do anything. But desiring itself is so important. And desiring has to be controlled, as you said. Desiring has to be within the parameters of the understanding each individual human being has. And therefore, desires vary from person to person. And therefore, also the deserving varies from person to person. There's so much good in the world, and there's so much not so very good. There is so much joy in the world, and there's also suffering in the world. I think, as usual, again, we have gained a lot of food for thought for today. And I think we should all be aware of our desires, because also desires lead us to the action that we commit, no? And action and reaction are equal and opposite. So I can only fold my hands and pray and seek blessings from all our family, that we learn to control our desires, to limit our desires, to purify our desires that lead us back to Godhead rather than put us back into the whirlpool of this worldly existence. Thank you, Dr. Saab, for allowing me to place my thoughts before you. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Dr. Rao.
Thank you so much, madam. Well, very nicely said by Madam Roma Vani, madam. Well, actually, um, uh, it's a balanced approach that Professor Das has taken and equally supported by Roma Vani, madam, where he says if at all there is a desire, that desire must be so pure and well said. And if it is for the social good, then say individual good, if that is there, if it is for locus sangraha, then that desire must be there and it is needed also. And one more point which we carried with Professor Das, that is also agreeable, that kamana should be there, but it should be controlled by the principle of righteousness. So these are the things which he felt and very much in coherence with what Professor Das has said. So Srinivasan sir wants to say something. Namaskaram sir, please.
Namaste. Are you able to hear me now? Hello.
Yes sir, you're audible. You're audible.
Okay. Um, the topic is very nicely presented by our admin, Professor Dr. Pramod Kuma. That was an excellent topic relating to desiring and deserving, which has given us a lot of room to think about it philosophically and rather in many directions about the desire and desire. What that had occurred to my mind, I would like to share here. I don't know whether Professor Pramod Kumar Das or other, faculties, guests and scholars will appreciate this. Can the desire be classified into various categories such as personal desire, family desire, and social desire? Dr. Das was just highlighting about the desire must emanate with dharma, that is righteousness, is absolutely right, which leads to positive result and action, which in a way finally leads to desert. But the question here is why? That even after many forums, that almost all the philosophers have been talking about this topic about Vasudeva Kudumbakam. It's a social desire. It's a collective desire. But the world is going in a very chaotic condition and manner, lots of hatred, violence, and what we witnessed now recently is the war between two countries. What for? Do they have a negative, a desire? And he also highlighted, Professor Das, God is perceiving the word with and perceiving the we kill love, the food, water.
You are not audible, sir.
Why people
Sir, you are not audible. properly not audible.
Hello.
Sir,
Hello.
you are not properly audible, sir.
Not audible.
I am answering. I am
Okay.
okay.
Okay, sir. I am able to hear you.
Now you can speak. Now you are audible.
A flow of been rather to here where left that people worrying through.
Okay, sir. I am answering your past question. What you asked about? Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. Now you mute. You mute. Kindly mute, sir. Okay, thank you. You spoke about personal desire, family desire, and social desire. That is the point we were discussing actually. What we desire. If we really desire Vasundhaiva Kutumbakam, then we have to entertain that desire. Otherwise, it is impossible. In India, it is highly discussed because it is possible in India. It can start from India. Indian mindset is like that. So that does not mean that we will have no personal desire. But desire is a must. We should have personal desire, but that is not enough. We have family responsibility. We have a family. We have our service in college and universities. So desires will be distributed. So we should have desire for our family too. But at the same time, we are all one. We should have a feeling of unity in diversity. So that leads to the possibility of a Vasundhaiva Kutumbakam. So whether we deserve that ethics or not, there is a possibility means really we deserve Vasundhaiva Kutumbakam. When we say Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, this is what we deserve. Otherwise, this ethics is not meaningful. Okay. So, we cannot avoid desire, but by controlling desires, we can have better desire. The quality of desires will be better day by day. It will be wider. It will be wider. Thank you, sir.
Well, Professor Das, thank you so much for this response. Well, I wish to add a bit to what Professor Das said and to the question raised by Professor Srinivas and Krishnamurti sir. Well, I was speaking in another occasion also about the theory of expansion of self. And let me take this theory to help out to answer this question. Uh, Professor Krishnamurti sir has made a classification of personal desires, family desires, social desires. Now, let me add one more desire, the desire for the cosmos. So this is how it goes in line with the theory of the expansion of the self. How? You see, as we grow up, so as you see, we have four ashrams. Okay, Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and Shanyasa. In the Brahmacharya stage, I have a desire, and I should have a desire to excel myself in training myself in different arts and crafts. I'm concerned about that. My own concern is to train myself during the state of brahmacharya. The desire is purely personal. Madam Roma was speaking about the desire to be pure. Well, my desire purely is bent on because that stage is concerned about training myself. I am purely concerned about my excelling myself in various arts and crafts. Now, when I come to a greater state, I'm a family man. I cannot restrict my desires to myself. I have a family. So my self expands to the family members. I cannot be so much focused on myself. My self expands to the family. So the desires will be there, but that will be for the family, the entire family, the benefit of the family, the welfare of the family. Now, soon I move to the Vanaprastha stage. I'm no more a family man, I'm a social man. I have to sacrifice the lower for the higher. So I sacrifice the personal desires for the desires for the family. And now there is a sacrifice for the desires for the family to the desires for the society. So myself is expanding. So in the Vanaprastha state, there is a desire for the good of the society. I work for the good of the society. So my person is lost, my family is lost for regaining to do good for the society. So this is the third thing. I'm adding the fourth one. It is not just the society, it is the cosmos, the desire for the well-being of all, including the plants, animals, everything, the water, the natural things, everything out there in the world. I'm concerned about the happy bent of all things. So this is what New Humanism speaks of. So I'm concerned about the entire thing. This is where Lokasangraha comes. This is where you are concerned about everything. Now I am in the state of sannyasa. That is the state of sannyasa. So I have a desire. But desire is not for me. It is not for the family. It is not for the society. It is for the entire cosmos. So this is how my self expands. Desire states, but the desire is every state is pure. It is non-egoistic. And that is how we can take desire, classify desires into four types, into the personal desire, the family desire, the social desire, and the desire for the well-being of the cosmos. So we can make a classification by taking the theory of expansion of self. This is how in response to what Professor Krishnamurti sir is saying. Well, sir, you are now audible, please. Professor Krishnamurti sir, yes, you have raised your hand, please. Sir, please unmute, sir. Unmute.
I hope this is audible and let me continue with this. I was
Audible,
talking
audible.
about that. Huh? Hello? Not audible?
Audible but disturbing. Audible but disturbing.
Okay, sir. See,
Sir, you
if
put off your
God is perceiving,
sir, you put off your camera so that you can see it right. Put off your camera so that the picture will focus on your. Sir, you put off your camera. Yes, now you see.
oh, if God is perceiving, then why there are a lot of innocent people, babies are dying or something like that? I was just quoting. Do you mean to say that the warring groups are not righteous in their way of thinking? Who is going to stop this? It's a desire in a way related to positive peace. If the desire is attached with the planning and action is attached with the goal, if desire is attached with the planning, the reservation is also attached with the goal. And finally, the goal might be positive or negative. Speaking only from the angle of empirical world, Professor Das switched on to the subtle reality and absolute reality by quoting Nibbana and the Nishkar to the absolute by killing all. That is what Patanjali Maharishi also quoted in his sutra in the 4th chapter, 28th sloka, that prasankyana, on which I gave a talk recently, that means the high qualitatives are a lot of heat is generated, all your vasanas, seeds and karmas are annihilated, and the yogi is able to attain moksha is the final thing in which our Professor Das has landed upon by putting the yoga karma kausalam. I would like to conclude here with another, sloga from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 248th sloga, Yogastha Kuru Karmani Sangam Yaktva Dhananjaya Siddhi Samo Bhutva Samatvam Yoga Yuchare. What Sri Krishna says to Lord Sri Krishna says to Arjuna is that if you really wanted to have the desire to be fulfilled, then you should have the fraternity of mind, the equality of mind, and finally the equality in action. This is what I just wanted to highlight. The topic has been excellent. It has given room for further explorations and traveling. I think we will continue about this, in course of time to discuss about this. And I thank you very much, immensely for the moderator as well as the admin and patiently listening to my, oration about my point of discussion about this topic is very thankful and grateful to you, and thank you very much, sir.
Can you please tell what is your question, sir? Sir, in in 2 lines, please just state what
I am
to be addressed.
saying, Dr. Rao, Dr. Rao,
Okay, okay. Carry on, sir. Carry
I
on.
am saying I am saying what he asked. Yes. Very simply, we have to understand, very simple, that desire is a must. Many times, desire come to us. All the time, we do not desire. Desires come to us. You can't avoid desire. So, desires will come, or you desire. There is a difference between desires come and we say we desire, then we are responsible for our desires that come to us, then we are a slave of our desires. Two personalities. Arjuna was a slave in the first chapter, Visada Yoga, because he was running after his desire not to fight. That was not a desirable desire. The point is, there is a desire. Whether I am aware of that desire or not, I should be a witness of my desire. The question is, the parameter is whether this desire is desirable or not. That means whether this desire is righteous or not. This, in the model of Bhagavad Gita, whether this desire leads to Lokasangraha or not. To personal ethics benefit, whether my desire brings transformation in my personality or not. If not, cancel. If yes, entertain. By that way, we can minimize, scrutinize our desires. No teacher is required, no scripture is required, no temple is required. It's a very simple thing. Just watch your desire. Strange things we observe in the present society, that the old person of 70, 75, like this, they have desire for ugly things which they should not desire. That means they have become slave of their desire. That should not be. Therefore, there is brahmacharya in the childhood, that the children can control their desires. Sex is a desire. Excess eating is a desire. Nothing else. I don't eat for eating. I am just satisfying my desire for food. But desire for food is not bad. Excess desire, excess eating, desire for excess eating is bad. Desire, desire for anything excess is bad. That leads us to bondage. Number one. Number two, if God perceives why this man, innocent man, suffers, here I told those who are not agree, we are not concerned, but we here maybe agree, we may agree that we cannot understand the karmic phenomena looking at the present causal connection. I did this, but I did not get its appropriate result. By this way, we cannot calculate the karmic phenomena. The present action is done by the past action reaction process. This is a great thing. You had a desire for something before 10 years that has remained in you as vasana, and today you got the opportunity that vasana was activated and you acted accordingly. You will be surprised to know how such things take place. So not only the present phenomena we can understand the karmic process. Whatever today I am doing, it has the effect of the impact of my past life. It is a big thing. At least the past days of my life, even the vasanas of my childhood. There was a dream, many dreams in the childhood. Those become fulfilled in the young age or in the old age, because that follows. This is the flow of a karmic bondage. The point is, a small desire, a teeny desire, a spark of a desire is sufficient to burn a big jungle. A spark of desire can spoil your entire life, because a small spark of desire can be multiplied into many desires, thousands of desires, and you will run after that. So running after desires is not life. Understanding desire, managing our desire, becoming desirelessness, attaining the state of an eskarmya is the goal of life, and that is called mukhya. Mukhya is not something that you will not take next birth. That is something else. But here we are concerned with the freedom in this present life. That we are very much active, we are doing everything, but we have a mind of a Chitta Prajna. We have a mind of a desirelessness. I have a desire, but I am handling it with a qualified mind. That is the mind of a Chitta Prajna. This is the difference between Lord Krishna and Arjuna. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Das. Well, what Professor Das said can be put in line or two. Well, desires they come. Even for a liberated man, I say there is no stop to desire. Even desire comes even to a liberated man. But the test is the given desire, okay, whether the given desire is in the lines of dharma or not. That is the test. That is the only test. And if I have a sensibility to understand, there is a desire, and the test is whether the desire is in the lines of dharma or not. If it is in the lines of dharma, carry forward, or control it, negate it, bracket it, ignore it. So if that becomes your life and that becomes the trend in our life, then I don't think there is any puzzle, there is a contradiction. I think desires will come, but you have a very good principle to test it before putting something to action. That is the principle of dharma. So with the principle of dharma, okay, you can very well manage a desire. So this is my observation. This is my position. Thank you so much, Professor Das, Professor Krishnamurthy sir. Actually, we should have started with Professor Kailash Mahana sir.
We have Annu madam. We have Annu madam. Annu madam.
Before Anu madam, let us go to Kailash Mahana sir, because we should have opened, then I should have moderated, but this somehow could not happen. So I wish Dr. Maharana should speak, then we'll move to Anu madam. Dr. Maharana. Dr. Kailash Mahana. Today we have Sachira Ola sir. Well, good thing. Well, we'll call him. Dr. Kailash Mahana sir. Well, please. Dr. Maharana, are you there? Okay. Anyway, Dr. Kailash Mahana is not. He's not putting on. Anyway, let us move to Anu Khanduri, madam. Well, please. Yes, even Anu Khanduri. Uh, so Anu Khanduri is also not responding. Well, let us move to our beloved Dr. Sachin Rao, sir. Please, sir. So happy that you are here with us this evening. I don't know when you have joined. I don't know, but
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am audible to you.
oh, okay. Audible. Okay, carry on, madam. Carry on.
Yeah. It was cut by technical issue due to technical issue. Really, sir, it's a superb explanation about desiring and deserving. Actually, it is equivalent to the Sikhism Mukti, Sikhism liberation. In Sikhism, there are two types of Mukti, Videha Mukti and Jivan Mukti. It's a wonderful explanation when we live in the world without thinking about desires, without thinking about fruits, what will happen in the future? This desire may be fulfilled or not. We live in this world like a lotus flower. Lotus flower lives in a mud, but no mud. The man lives in this world in a detached way. So he will not think about the desires. And in Sikhism, that person is called Gurmukh, and this person is a liberated person who doesn't think about the desires, about the fruits of the action. Really, it's very good explanation. I have learned a lot of things from this lecture. My mind is very cool after listening the views about desiring and deserving. Really, thanks a lot, PK sir, PK Das sir. Thanks a lot for the beautiful explanation. Thank you.
Thank you, Anu madam, for your observations. Well, let's move to Dr. Sachindra Rao, sir. He's there with us. Um, Let me inform to others who may not be knowing Dr. Rao. He's the secretary, the general secretary of All Odisha Philosophy Association that we have, the highest philosophical body that we have in our state. So may I request Dr. Sachin Rao sir to speak a few words. I request it, Dr. Rao. I don't know. You have joined,
He has
so
he
I
has
don't think
he has left. He has left.
so. He has left. Okay. Anyway. Anybody?
We have with us
Any
Indira ji, Indira madam, Indira
Indira
ji.
madam, Brahmani madam, even Kailas Mahana sir. I wanted the Kailas Mahana sir to speak, but
Kailas
I don't.
Mahana will speak at the last. Kailas Mahana will speak at the last. At the
Okay.
time of a vote of thanks.
Okay.
Indira ji madam, if she
Indira madam, please. Indira.
Thank you for expecting to speak a lot in this spiritual, this philosophy society. Actually, I am a listener. I can't. I feel. Uh, I feel to express my thought process. Just sorry. Just please. I can't speak
okay,
before
madam.
this
Okay, madam.
bodies. I am afraid of actually.
Thank you, madam. Anyway, your presence is more important. That at this age you are present, you are helping us be present. Thank you so much, madam. Yes. Well, Dr. Maharana. Dr. Maharana. Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
Thanks so much.
Namaskar, please.
Actually, I am in another program. I am in the street now. Okay. Okay, Dr. Rao, sir. Sir,
Sir.
hello.
Sir, please.
Uh, would I give my observation or hello? Hello.
Anything you want to say. Anything you want to say.
Okay. So I was listening the talk Professor Pramod Kuma Das. I was enjoying it, but I have a little observation to share that when I was listening to the concept of desire or desiring, and I was connecting with the concept, okay, deserving. So I would like to give an observation that there is an essential difference between the aspiration and desire. Okay, there's a concept like aspiration and there's a concept like desire. And the concept desire and aspiration, they're completely different from each other, though they appear to have same meaning. And when we have love in aspiration and we have love in uh, the desire, then it also carries a different meaning. And a love in desire, that is has a demand, whereas the love in aspiration is free from any demand. And that is aspiration does not claim anything in return, but a desire claim something in return. And if you can say that desire desire carries a selfish attitude, but aspiration carries a selfless attitude. So this is the difference between a desire and love. And when we say that it is that is we once the thinking, then you can say I have another so I'm going to express my gratitude for Pramod Kuma. Uh, next time that doing, he said that psychological. Uh, he also said that it is it also carries a psychic. Anyway, I I love your speaking and I love the depth can in his speech, and I also the discussion that so how would that do we have a family had to is on
So everything is understood by desire because this is a type of desire only, nothing else. But it is a quality desire. And here we are discussing about quality desire. We have to reject unnecessary desires, imaginary desires, excessive desire, unhealthy desires, and we have to entertain aspiring desires, inspiring desires, motivating desires, transforming desires, like this. But all are bracketed by our desire, because desire is the only psychic phenomena that causes the uh, the karmic action reaction process. Karma
Sir,
springs
sir,
from
sir,
desire.
sir. Desire may be desire. You have to say that desire is psychological, but aspiration is something psychic. Psychological and psychic, they are completely different from each other. So psychic is connected with something spiritual.
I don't understand. I don't understand this. If there is problem in psychological and psychic, then we can simply understand it belongs to mind. It belongs to mind. Desire does not originate from anything else. It comes from our mind. And the desire that comes from our mind, they are of different types. And aspiration is a quality desire which has a goal, which has a direction. Okay, I aspire for this. That means I have a goal to do something, to achieve something. So sankalpa, determination. Okay, so that is a quality desire, and we are here talking about quality desires, because we cannot avoid desires at all. We cannot avoid. We have to entertain desires, but which desires are desirable, acceptable, that we should understand, because we are rational human beings. This much I am telling. So aspiration is a quality desire we should have. We should have aspiration, we should have inspiration, we should have motivation, we should have orientation. All these things we should have. Otherwise, we cannot educate ourselves, we cannot regulate ourselves. I agree with you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And sir, Pramod sir, uh, desire
Hmm.
may have an excitement in it, but aspiration has no excitement in it, and aspiration gives us a special joy in comparison to desire. Desire has a demand, but aspiration has no demand. Basically, aspiration is used in the spiritual way, in the spiritual discussion. It
Yes,
actually
sir.
you can connect it
Yes, sir.
with it.
We have we have tamasic desire, we have rajasic desire, we have sattvic desire.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, 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 yes,
When we have when but all are desires only. So when we have sattvic desire, pure desire, Roma Madam said pure desire. So that pure desire is not for the consequence, is not for
yes,
the
yes, yes,
agency.
yes.
It
Thank
is
you, thank you.
only for lokasangha. It
Good,
is
good,
only
good,
for
good.
yajna.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, yes,
But the point is, even that aspiration is born in yajna. The moment you think, the moment you think I aspire it, still there is agency, still there is bondage, nothing else. That is called desirelessness. Okay, that is the highest state of a naiskarmya.
yes, yes, yes.
No
Thank you,
desire at
thank
all.
you. Yes, yes,
No desire in any form, neither in the form of aspiration, nor in the form of inspiration, nor in the form of motivation. No desire at all. That is that is sannyasa in the ashrama vyavastha, the last one. Vanaprastha is the training period, the transition between attachment and detachment. Vanaprastha is the training period. Okay, thank you. Sharpali madam will speak something.
Yes. Ravani madam will speak, but
Sir,
before that, yes, Ravani madam, one line, then you'll come to lead.
sir, namaste.
Sir, 1 minute, 1 minute. Hold on, madam, please. One thing, the last line, Professor Das said that there should be no desire, the state of desirelessness. Malab, the state of desirelessness is not equal to, it cannot be equated to having no desire. It is a state where you have a desire, desire for lokasangraha, and that is not generating unnecessary desire. If at all, the, and
Yes,
we
yes,
cannot.
yes, yes. I mean that. I mean that. Yes, yes.
There is a desire. There is a desire. So there is no point of no desire. So that is a bit of addition. Here, Ravani madam, please.
Sir,
Ravani madam.
namaskar.
Namaskar madam, please welcome madam.
Namaskar, sir. Sir, I am grateful to you, sir, for your gracious presence to guide us and that desiring and deserving. And today is a great day for me that I have learned so many things from Pramod sir and all intellectuals that those who have discussed and desire and deserving. What I understood that in each moment we desire, that we must learn the art of desiring, that in which way we should desire, that that should follow our dharma, and that must be regulated, and we are the designer of our own life, that which depends on in which we desire by following our dharma, so that we can be in the form of transformation, that Rao sir discussed on the brahmacharya to sannyas. In each stage there is transformation from desire to desireless life. We are in this world, we desire, but that will be in the form of desirelessness. uh, what I understood. It's a great learning for me that I have not thought of this earlier. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Ravani madam, for being here and also for your observation. Thank you so much. Well, one thing that comes to me, the truth is that, and there is no point refuting this. I think I don't know. We deserve to be human beings. One line. We deserve to be human beings, but the question is, are we? The question to be taken into account is, are we? We deserve to be human beings, but are we moving? Okay, are we? Are we? But can we put our hand on the chest and say, I deserve to be a human being? So, what is the disturbing element? The disturbing element is the desire. So, once you achieve the state of desirelessness that Professor Das was speaking of, well, there will be a spiritual path in you, and you get what you deserve, and that is being human. So this is what I think. Professor Das. Well, I don't see anybody.
One,
Yes,
one,
yes,
one.
yes, yes, Professor Das.
Yes, yes. Y- You understand that you are a human being. Okay. So being a human being is also a desire, is a quality of desire. Suppose somebody is satisfied with the fulfillment of immediate desires. For him,
No. That I'm
being
not saying,
being
sir. I'm not saying
no,
that.
no, 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 no.
I'm saying, I'm
I
saying,
understood what you said.
I said, no. That line
I
that
I
I
I
didn't
am
say. I said,
I am going to
deserve to
I,
be,
sir, I'm going to
deserve to
that.
be. Yes, yes, we deserve to be human beings, but we are not carried with that psychology. That is the problem. And the disturbing element is the
Are we? You are asking the question. Are we? Are we? So the answer is whether you are or not. That depends upon the quality of your desire. If you really desire to be a human being, this is a quality of desire. Or you want to fulfill your immediate desires that immediately satisfies you. This is the choice. If you really want to be a human being, you have to follow the sense of a vairagya, detachment, pratyahara. You have to select the desire. If you want to fulfill your desires immediately, which are readily available, and that is very practical, that is intelligent also. Many people think it is intelligent way of living. Don't be a fool to sacrifice the present for future. There are two choices. So are we? That means yes, you are. If you understand the quality of a desire to be a human being, Manurbhava, Veda says, Manurbhava, be a human being. Socrates is saying, I am searching a man with a lantern. I am searching that man. That means search is not over. Still I am searching a man. That means we are animals. Basically, we are animals. We think that we are human beings. But in this animal setup, there is a possibility of being a human. Being a human, and that is the noblest desire. And that should be those who are materialists, those who are hedonists, huh? They don't believe to be a human being. They believe in a successful life. I am a successful businessman means I am living in the present moment of my life. I have achieved so many material things means my life is successful. To be a human being is a foolish ambition. They will consider this. But many people, they are satisfied with what they have. They have the sense of detachment. They have the sense of a vairagya. They have an attitude for lokasangraha. They are loving compassion. So they are really human beings. Therefore, in the Bhagavad Gita, there is one chapter, Daivasura, and Daivi gunas are there, Asura gunas are there. If we encourage, we entertain Asura gunas, then we cannot claim that we are human beings. If we cultivate the Daivi gunas, the best possibility in our gunas, then we can claim that yes, I am very, very right thing you said. Being a human, if I can't say that I am a human, then this is ridiculous. This is mockery being a human being. At least we should be a man. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Yes, sir.
Professor. Thank you, Professor Das, for your observations and your response. Well, I said I'm a human being, but I'm now saying I'm not a human being. Well, Roma Madam, I'm coming to you. Now I'm saying I'm not a human being. Taking the lesson from Guru Gaur Gopal Das, book Life Amazing Secrets, where he says, we are not human beings. We are not human beings with spiritual experiences. He says, we are not human beings with spiritual experiences. Rather, we are spiritual beings with human experience. Our experiences are just human, but we are spiritual beings. Has that realization sparked in us? If that is so, then there is everything is resolved. So thank you, Professor Das. Well, Roba Madam, please. Roma Madam, please. Welcome, Madam. Roma Madam, please.
I
Please
think
unmute.
I think we've all said it all. And okay, when we talk of desirelessness, it's really very paradoxical that even to be desireless is also a desire. So I think on that humorous note of paradox, we could, call it a day today. Thank you. Namaskar. Thank you, Professor Sir.
No, madam, Dr. Rao clarified that. Dr. Rao
Yeah.
clarified that very beautifully. That in the state of
Yes.
desirelessness, it is the desirelessness does not mean that there is no desire. Desirelessness means you are not affected by your desire. You are not bound by your desire. You can regulate. You can regulate your desires proficiently and perfectly. That is the state without any attachment, without any bondage.
Yes.
That is the
Yes.
state of
Yes.
desirelessness.
Yeah. The purity of the
Okay, so
desire that I was
so
talking
so
about.
that
Yeah. Yeah.
that apparent paradox is explained by Dr. Rao very beautifully. I appreciate. Thank you. Now we can
Thank you.
move for vote of thanks. It is time to
Well,
over.
yes, Srinivasan sir. Well, A few lines, few lines. Professor
Yes,
Srinivasan. Yes.
but there is a very conflicting and contradictory, finish about desiring and desirelessness. The empirical reality, you have to desire. The absolute reality, you need not have to desire. So when you say that desirelessness is not complete loss of desire.
No, 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 no. Desirelessness, desirelessness also there is desire, but that desire is not generating unnecessary things, unnecessary desires. It is not distracting you from any pole in your spiritual path, in your purity, in a close to things, to the world, to the cosmos, to the things around. So there is desire all round, but in the state of desirelessness, there is purity in desire where further desires, unnecessary desires are not generated. So there is no
That is
concern.
okay. That is for the empirical reality. But he speaks about the desirelessness of the absolute reality. That's what is conflicting me.
No, no,
I think I
Dr. Srinivasan, no, no, you are wrong. You are wrong. This is
am wrong.
misinterpretation of my talk.
Very good.
Misinterpretation.
Anyway,
Listen. What I'm saying. Did you have a desire? That is a state of mind. Desirelessness is another state of mind. Only two states of mind in this empirical world. We are not talking about metaphysics. We are not talking about Vidya Mukti. We are talking about Jivana Mukti. So, having a wrong desire is a state of mind. Having a right desire is a state of mind. And having no desire is another state of mind. Sri Aurobindo explained very beautifully. There are 7 or 8 layers of mind, overmind, supermind, Sachidananda, different layers of mind. And by the growth of age, if our mind is not growing and glowing, then it is very unfortunate. Therefore, there is the training of a brahmacharya for the children in the childhood. Okay, so these are so desires are there, but the from the quality of your desire, person is myself or you or anybody else. From your desire, what is the age? Suppose somebody is 100 years or is 80 years. What he desires? Suppose he desires something ugly, which is not expected. From that, one can judge that this is this type of a personality. So this mind is everything, and this mind is empirical. We are not talking about to the divine mind. This human mind entertains different types of desires, ugly desires, very ugly desires which cannot be shared in the public. Very ugly desires. We all have. We all have our private life, and we have genuine desires. And there is a time we have no desires. There is a state. No desires means we are not affected by our own desires. Therefore, the possibility of a sannyasa comes in the last part of our life after Banaprastha. Banaprastha is the training period. You have to train yourself how to be desireless, how to be desireless. Thank you.
the
It is
last
not
when
transcendental, it is empirical. It is empirical.
yeah, I would like to conclude with the last saying of Sri Adi Shankaracharya when he said in Atma Prabodhi or Anubodhi, yeah, Nitya Anitya Vastu Vivekaha. That means if you are able to categorize, differentiate, disseminate all these desires, then finally from Vanaprastha to your sannyasa asrama dharma to dharma mega samadhi. Thank you.
Sir, one thing
Good, good.
to
Thank you.
thank you, Professor Srinivasan. But one line to add to Professor Srinivasan. Uh, that Professor Srinivasan sir was speaking about absolute state of desirelessness. You see, in that state, there is a total negation, negation of everything. There is no duality at all. If you talk of that state of desirelessness, you have become, you see, there is no other, there is no object. Everything got merged. You have become the ocean. In the state of absolute desirelessness that you are speaking to, elevation that you are talking about, you have become the ocean. So there is total silence. That's how I think. Thank you. Well, with this, we had a very beautiful evening. I thank everybody for the beautiful questions that were raised and the discussion that followed and the responses that we saw from Professor Das. And I really enjoyed the entire talk and the discussions that followed. Well, I request Dr. Maharana to propose a formal motion. If he is available. Professor Maharana. I'll wait for half a minute for him. Professor Maharana, are you there? Well, I think he's in a different meeting anyway. I thank everybody. To start with, may I thank Professor Pramod Kuma for a beautiful lecture. And more beautiful in this is the discussion that followed after the lecture and the responses that he gave to the questions that were raised by the people present here. So it was a beautiful evening. I thank Professor Das for giving a lot of food for thought, and I also thank Roma Madam, Professor Srinivasan, Dr. Anu Khanduri, Ramani Madam, Dr. Kailash Mahana, and all for the beautiful questions they raised, and also thank Professor Das for his beautiful responses. And overall, it was a beautiful evening. The discussion was fine, and I thank everyone for this. And with this word, with more uh, 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 good lectures to come from Professor Das within this, let me thank one and all for such a beautiful evening, for such a beautiful talk, and for the beautiful discussion. So, with this word, I request Professor Das to declare.
Dr. Rao, Dr. Rao,
Sir.
Dr. Rao,
Yes, sir.
only
Yes, sir.
one
Yes.
sentence, only one sentence.
Carry on, sir. Carry on. Carry on.
One,
Carry on and
one sentence, the concluding sentence. What we desire, uh, that what we desire, that leads to our karma. Number one. Number two, we deserve that karma. That means we deserve what we desire. This is my concluding sentence. We deserve according to our desires. If we can change our desires, then our deserving will be changed. This much. Did you get my point, Rao sir? I am not concluding. I am
nice
suggesting.
line. As you desire, so you deserve.
Okay.
Very nice. As you desire, so you deserve.
As you
Nice.
desire, so you deserve. Okay,
So
very nice. And I
thank
love
you.
you, Dr. Rao, for your beautiful moderation. You are really brilliant. You make complex things very simple. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Anu madam. Thank you, Ruma madam. Thank you, Sabani madam. Thank you,
Namaste.
Kailash sir. Namaste.
Namaste
With
and good
this,
night.
I declare this session closed. Thank you all.
Namaskar, everybody. Namaskar.